Yellow inside.
What's going on, Budget Racers?
Hello.
Welcome back to another video. Before we take you on a tour of the sick Toyota Campervan LiteAce, which I'm sure you probably clicked on this video for that reason.
Because it has the thumbnail.
Yeah, exactly. And it's extremely JDM, so hopefully our keyword efforts got you. But before you watch this video, go back and watch the previous one of our Turbo Sonata, eBay Turbo Sonata on track. And we have the times in.
Yes.
So we're going to walk through that.
The race trip gave us the times.
See how we did compared to everybody else, and then give you a brief idea of what we're looking for, looking to do, thinking about doing, and what's next for the Sonata.
Yeah, so there was, 5 classes? And basically there was like horsepower was how they had it all divided up. And we were in the 200 to 300 class. We should have been in the under 200 class, because then we would have whooped some people.
Yeah, because what sucks about that is we have 219 wheel, so maybe I should have lied and given them our crank number, because we probably would have been in the bottom class.
Well, no, we still would have been in the 2 to 300.
Oh, right, yeah. Because
it
would be more.
Yeah.
It would be more, yeah.
So we kind of boned ourselves a little bit, but not really. We need to work on our launches.
Maybe we should have Drunk Man tune it back to like 260.
Yeah, get some new injectors and
run lean, dude.
Just something.
Yeah.
So we were in class 2, which was divided up into like 2 separate groups. There was a group 5 basically, and then a group 7.
Yep.
Was kind of how that was divided up. And Jonathan Jernigan driving the 2004 Hyundai Sonata. His average time was...
What does that say?
52.038. But the fastest time was 51.071.
Not mad at that.
And you had a couple in the 51s. You had like a 51.6, a 51.7, a 51 flat, a 51.8, and then another 51 flat. You actually had a 50.5. That was actually
wow.
fastest time.
So that was my very last lap.
The very last lap was a 50.5.
Huh. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, that was pretty good, because that was all of those laps were faster than the Goblin kit car that was there. Faster than that Mini Cooper altogether. 2009
Mini Cooper S?
It was a John Cooper Works.
Oh, wow.
Like Clubman. That was actually, just as fast as the 2018 Jaguar XE.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's actually really good timing. And then I did not the best. I got a 53.368 as my average. And then my fastest time was a 52.1.
That's not bad.
Not terrible, but kind of terrible. Still, I was surprised at that, because I thought that Mini looked like it was going significantly faster.
Yeah.
So I feel like if we could get our launches dialed in a little bit, it would have been kind of up here in the Focus ST range of like the 48s, 49s. So
the Focus ST won our class, but what was his time?
His fastest time was a 47.1.
47.1, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like that 2-second disparity on our launch definitely.
Yeah, because it's basically
even more than that.
3.1 seconds from fastest lap to fastest lap. But what was his average? 47.9? Mm-hmm. And then my average was 52.0. So if you take that, round it up to 48 and then 52.
Right. That's 4 seconds. Which we can maybe pick up.
I feel like stickier tires would do probably 1 second. Mm-hmm. A better launch could probably account for 1 or 2. And then more fuel, more power may give us faster straight line.
Right. And I think the torque converter on the Sonata, I just don't think is what's handling the power. Like some of the videos, as you saw, you would floor it and it would just be like,
it takes a second to really build that power.
Win it and go. But yeah, it was kind of cool, because you ran specifically faster than a 2019 GLI on 1 lap. You were basically on par with that one. What, a Corvette Z06, you were faster than average? times, I think.
It's crazy because if you think about...
Yeah, 52 flat was your average. I mean, 52.1 was the average for a CRX, making anywhere from 300 to 400 horsepower. It was a Civic Type R with a 54 or 53.5.
I mean, I have to assume that some of that comes down to like better seats and belts.
Yes.
You're more held in there, so you can
you're not like
push harder.
Fighting.
Yeah. Weight savings, because our car was pretty much the only one there that was completely stripped.
Completely. Like ours was the only one.
Other than that, like kit car, which I guess you could claim is like stripped because it's a
kit car.
Yeah.
Like a kit car race car.
But I mean, if you think about the fact that like that Focus ST brand new would be what, like 28K? 30K?
Yeah, I thought so.
Something like that. So he was on average 4 seconds a lap faster. But our car cost what, a third of that?
I don't know, because I don't really know how much we've time and energy into it.
Another video coming soon
to make up for that. But yeah, like I'm kind of looking at some of these and like, I mean, your fastest lap was faster than the average for like a. I mean, you were faster than a Audi A3 or A6, which was in the 400 to 500 range.
All-wheel drive with good launches.
Yeah.
Either way, it was a super fun day. So we're gonna
try and do it more often.
Yeah.
Whenever they do, and try and get some other events going in.
Get a second car.
Yeah.
Do some more work to the Sonata.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to see on that whip. Look at that hat.
Yellow. OG merch.
A little dirty, but it still runs.
I gotta bust those hat somewhere too.
Take this puppy for a little spin, you know what I'm saying?
Know what you're saying?
Listen to her purr.
Dude, we got it. Hold on, what am I doing?
Oh yeah, dude, AC.
AC.
Oh, I'm not buckled up.
Oh.
Stop the car. Nice.
It's the only radio station we get.
Look, it goes all the way down to 53.
Yeah, I know, dude. And all the way up to 1600.
We're gonna get copyright struck. Turn this jazz off.
That's just that's like Alexander Shinar or some shit like that. I really don't think that's who it is.
I just avoided the mailbox. Look at this. This is 5 on the tree.
Oh, my seat's 2 up again now.
This is so crazy being in the wrong seat.
Nah, dude, that's the left seat. This is the right seat.
This is the correct seat. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know yet. I still haven't decided if that actually is the correct seat now.
Do you get weird looks from people like in traffic? Because they're like, what are you doing on that side?
Yeah, and like when me and Christina were driving home, she was like sitting there and like had her feet on the dash and then was like watching a movie on her phone. And we were going slow because this thing's slow. And dude, these people like flew around us and we're just like freaking out.
Oh, like put your phone down?
Yeah, because Christina was like watching TV. Got a boat, dude.
That's hilarious.
And
yeah, I see that.
I was like, I wish I could catch up to them and be like,
telephone. Damn, revving her out.
Yeah, you gotta give her the guts.
Give her the beans. Look at that, KPH and everything. This thing is as JDM as it gets.
No tack. So I guess you don't really need that. Maybe we'll try the new part.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. See how smooth my shifts are in this thing?
That is pretty smooth. You're like better than Jeep drivers.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And you in your car, it's just like
buttery.
Nah, I was struggling in that thing.
Yeah, it's operator error.
Operator. It's because we got a real clutch here instead of that fancy
Bavarian clutch.
Bavarian.
In case you're wondering, he's talking about my E46 wagon, the best car ever made, that currently has a bad starter.
He just push starts it anytime he needs to go anywhere.
I actually drove it today and it worked fine, but I just didn't turn it off when I got to the store.
Perfect. Yeah, dude, so buttery smooth.
Look, you got a TV screen.
If only I had the
connector.
It's like that on both sides. The other side's on the floor under your feet.
speaking of what else is on the floor, look at that thing.
What? And push button?
Yeah.
That's like one of the things I do want to change, is like change the hubs out on the front and do like the old manual locking hubs on it.
So they don't break?
I think you can like make it so it's not constantly spinning your drive shafts and everything as well if you have like the manual locking hubs. Because with all the Toyota push buttons, like, because there's no disconnect on it, it just like, you know,
constantly goes.
Constantly goes.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Sounds like your revs are a bit low.
Just a little bit. We're close to the red light.
Yep. This is a busy red light.
It's a tough one.
Stuffed animal hospital. Ha! That's kind of creepy,
isn't it? It's like, who has a stuffed animal that they need fixed that much?
Children, I guess.
They're like, hey.
No, so sketchy people have graduated away from ice cream vans and now it's stuffed animal repair.
True.
Dude, the AC is nice.
Dude.
I'm not mad at this at all.
No, it's like icy.
And it's funny because you got the AC working and it's like not hot anymore. Right? It's a little chilly. Look, I got pants on today.
Just wait, dude. It'll start, spits out ice every once in a while. Like, it's almost like too cold.
That R22, dude.
R12.
R12, yeah.
Yeah. Found some replacement, like synthetic stuff that you can just buy online to put in it, instead of like replacing it with R12, which I guess you're not allowed to do. Man, dude, like, put your hand right there. That's like 30 degrees.
Yeah. Look, I'm shivering. This is super cool.
Yeah, I'm like really glad, you know, mostly everything, you know, kind of works.
Yeah. It's just crazy to be on this side. Like, it feels right, but you just like want to start steering. There's nothing there.
That was like the one thing I think took me the longest, was when you kind of like go on autopilot, you know? You like find yourself like driving like here.
Because you're like, you want to be in this part of the lane?
This like, you know, part, not way over here.
Yeah.
That was like the hardest thing to get used to.
That's funny. Oh, hopefully the park isn't messed up because of the hurricane.
No, I didn't think about that.
Here we go. Captain. Oh my lord.
Guess we're going this way.
We're just taking the scenic route.
Scenic route.
Hear that revving?
No.
Some big old tires.
I didn't hear any revving. Now, I fit the biggest tires that you could realistically fit. Like, I've seen people fit like 31s under them, and they struggle quite a lit.
With all the revving?
Well, with just everything. They're like super top heavy kind of feeling.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, as you drive, like, you kind of feel it, how like wobbly it is.
Yeah.
And like the OG wheels are 14s, and because of the lug pattern, they didn't really make wheels narrower enough to fit anything else that you needed. Because it's like a 5x5.5, which I guess Dodge, Jeep, and like Ford used to use. But you need like a 5.5, like 6-inch wide rim, and they're just very difficult to find.
Yeah, I mean 14s are really small.
Yeah. Suzuki Samurai is like one of the go-tos that people swap the rims from onto. Oh
yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Wasn't there also like a Chevy version of that?
Yeah, Tracker or whatever.
Yeah.
Or a Geo Tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that bird.
Nature.
So majestic.
Isn't it weird that people think those are like cool? Like, we get people that come down and they're like, oh, I've never seen a heron, but it looks like a crane, so it's like they're the same thing.
And all it does is just like stand on rocks and like eat
and like
fish and fly away. We're gonna hopefully not get stuck in this sand on the way out.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
4-wheel drive loaded.
Dude, you know it.
All right, so walk us through it. Give us the deets.
This is my new 2020 Toyota LiteAce. Right? No.
2020 is
2020.
when you bought it.
No, that's what year it is. Isn't that what people say? My new to me, new to used. It's a 1990 Toyota LiteAce, imported in from Japan. I've been looking for like 3 years for one of these bad boys. It's pretty cool, in my opinion. It's got like a shower, which is kind of yucky. It's got a sink. That's all it has.
And a sweet ass slide.
And a sweet ass slide. Yeah, I can crank this out real quick and kind of show you guys what it's all about. It's I've only seen like 3 of these in the US with like the slide.
Yeah.
So let me get up in here.
Oh, look at this.
Grab my little crank.
The actual manual.
The owner's manual.
So cool.
And then there's a couple other ones in here too. Like there's this like crazy looking one, which I don't even know what this one's
There's
for.
some kids on bikes.
I do know Ben, yes.
He's my neighbor.
I do know that, yes. Because you are Jake, right?
Yes.
See? I remember things.
You're a YouTuber, aren't you?
I don't know if I call us YouTubers.
I don't know if I call us that.
Well, I'm Ben's best friend. We go fishing all the time.
Okay.
Catch
You-
big all-around fish.
Yeah, I know he's been all about that.
Yeah.
You been catching anything lately?
A couple. I hooked a shark one time off in here.
That's so funny. I thought it was just some like, I thought it was kids that thought the van was super cool. Which obviously it is. But
Obviously it is. Yeah, let me show you this thing. Is everything out of the way, I think, inside?
yeah.
I don't know. Let's take a gander.
All right, so keep a visual here of like the space.
Yeah, everything's out of the way.
Nice ass shot.
Oh, thanks. Christina will love it.
Here's like a visual of the space in here. So there's this like weird wall with the slide in there.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind for like
Yes.
how much space is lost when the slide is in.
And we'll crank her open.
I mean, you can already tell how much bigger it is just from right here. It's crazy. Look at the front fascia, dude. It looks like a little bug.
Right, with a little wing out or something?
Little roly-poly-oly.
Yeah. So there it is open. Opens up really quick.
Yeah, it does.
Like easier than a rooftop tent.
Even just
you
like
know?
manual, yeah, for sure.
And then that's how much room it has now.
Isn't that crazy? It's a huge amount of space. Like, I was just sitting basically right here reading that manual. Look at how far it is now.
Yeah.
So cool. I mean, you could like sit across here and just like have a conversation.
Right, because like that all unfolds too, and you can kind of like lay it out and make like a bed out of it.
I mean, my legs, I'm sitting up against the wall and my legs are fully extended.
It's cool. If I hunt down another one, I do really like the slide, but I probably would skip the slide if I got another one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it because like when it's closed it takes up so much space?
Right, and it's like if you know, the goal of building out everything, you know, you lose all that space when it's in.
Yeah, I guess you do.
So
The
you
trade-off is you have a more comfortable sleeping situation
Right.
at night.
But then like you have less living room all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't always open the slide. So like I do definitely want to take out the shower area because I'm not really too sold on that, and kind of open it up some. But yeah, even with the slide in though, you know, you still lose a lot.
Yeah. It's really cool though, like you have a lot of ceiling space.
Right. Yeah, like I can stand up here, fully stand. I can't fully stand anywhere else, but here
Right there.
at least you get.
Oh yeah, because there's a bump right here.
Yeah, but
And
it
then
like also slopes down. See, I'd have to like punch that much because it slopes.
Yeah.
For the aerodynamics.
It is pretty cool. One thing that's really neat is check out all this stuff. All the switches, like everything is in Japanese.
Yeah.
Like
I can turn it on and we can
This is the-
kind of show that stuff off a little.
definition of JDM. Look at how JDM this thing is, dude.
I lied. We can't turn any of that on
Why not?
because it's just gonna make that noise.
Meep. Okay, so just imagine it's on.
Can't show you that.
That's like the slide open warning.
Yeah, that's like the hey, your stuff's open, and you're like, well, yeah, no dip. But that
So-
has to be on to be able to give all the lights and like the water pumps and like everything like that has to. The vehicle has to be on.
So, if anybody knows Japanese, translation would be very helpful. Also, if you know Japanese, hit us up.
Yeah,
For real. Not joking.
we need stuff.
Yeah. Steven needs parts. So, you have these like big hooks here.
Yeah.
And here.
So that was for this. which is broken. But I think this went here, and then it went like that. And then I think there's supposed to be another one that went across from that hook.
Oh yeah.
Somehow.
From that hook to this one?
Yeah, and then it had like another platform that you could like set up and have like a bunk bed style.
Interesting.
So you could sleep like 4 people, basically.
That's pretty cool. So,
But this is obviously broken.
yeah.
See, so.
If money weren't an object, what's the build out plans here?
I think eventually the build out plans still are like a coffee van, you know, like.
Oh, hold on, let me go outside. I'm gonna order a coffee. Hi.
Hello. See?
What can I do for you?
Perfect.
This is coronavirus. Please back up.
Oh no, it's America. But yeah, this would be like the perfect height, you know, for the window in my opinion.
This actually is, because if I'm on my knees or sitting down on the ground,
Yeah.
our heads are like at the same height.
And I mean, like, you know, they do it in other countries. They have just like sit and you walk up to some random van and buy a drink and continue on your way.
You know how when you're a kid they say, don't
buy
walk up
stuff.
to the van? If a man with a van appears,
Just
don't go with him.
Just go with him. So yeah, that's the whole thing. And then like, you know, both sides of the window slide. So the other one slides and has the screen on it.
The bug screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty neat.
It is pretty cool. I'm super stoked on it. I've done a couple of things like, you know, getting fixed and whatnot already and have some more parts on the way. But some actual chefs.
Yeah, so you guys drove it home from Nevada all the way to Florida.
Yep. Picked it up in Reno. Stopped it in Carson City at our coffee roaster, like manufacturer, and then made like a little road trip home.
This is very scenic if you look behind you.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, here, let's open the.
So you guys stopped
Welcome
at
to my crib.
Crib on Wheels.
Yep.
You guys
MTV.
stopped in Carson City.
Yes.
Saw the coffee roaster.
Saw the roaster, like the facility there, roasted some, and then we stopped in Lake Tahoe that first night. Just like got a hotel room there, and then traveled all the way down and slept in hotel rooms the whole time because every park was closed because we did it in the middle of June during COVID.
Yeah. The other crazy thing is that you guys drove it home with no AC in the middle of June.
Yeah, that was brutal. Texas sucks. So is New Mexico. It was very hot.
Yeah.
Once you got past Albuquerque, like that little stretch of drive was also just terrible.
Yeah.
Because I avoided all of the like big interstates.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the other thing is since it's a 5-speed manual and it's got all its quirks and features.
And it was 55 tops. Like that was floored downhill.
It's fully matted in 5th gear.
I think we hit like 110 kph, which is what, like 65, 70,
Something like that,
somewhere
yeah.
in there. Once.
Downhill with the wind at your back?
Probably. So, but yeah, other than that, it's slow. So we avoided all the main highways, and yeah, it was very hot. Albuquerque to Waco, so hot.
So you had your brakes burn up coming down a hill in California.
Yeah, mountain. Yeah, we went up to like ancient Bristol pine cone forest or something like that, and went to the top, and then burned up the brakes on the way down. And then
So that was an adventure, and then you had
the exhaust blow out and started filling the cab with diesel, soot, and so we got that fixed. And then the oil, like level lights started flickering, but we got an oil change before we left, so we guess it was just like we did a couple days where we straight up just drove like 15 hours straight, just like floored for 15 hours basically. And so it probably burned up some oil then, so we put some more oil in. And then made it to New Orleans and then home the next day.
So it's crazy because this thing is a 1990.
Mm-hmm.
It has, at this moment, 66,000 Ks.
Yeah.
So like 45,000 miles?
Sure.
Something like that?
Maybe a little more, like 48 or something. But like in that range, like I think less than 50.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, look it up real quick.
We'll see what Google says. 41,000.
41,000 miles. So it 1990, so 25 years old.
Yep.
40-something thousand miles in that time.
30 years old.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
30 years, yeah.
I was thinking 25 because of
Yeah.
the import rules. But 30 years old, probably did no miles for like long periods of time.
Yeah. I mean, because
And-
this is all like dirty, so it almost seems like someone was just like, had their like head, like, just like slept here every night, you know?
Some like,
Because I mean, you can also sleep here, like this way, if you have like a little pillow fort.
if you went just a little bit further down, you could like completely lay flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's also weird that it doesn't really have any like stabilizers on this side though.
Yeah, like the wind blows and it shakes.
Yeah.
So you just need like a 2x4.
Something. They has like 2 little jack points in the back for like the like scissor like RV stabilizers.
Yeah. So barely any miles for long periods of time, and yet you guys drove pretty much across the entire country with no issues that left you dead on the road.
None. The brakes sucked because we just waited and like sat around for a little bit until we got them back and then continued the drive. But other than that, we got the like exhaust pipe like fixed and welded back in on the drive and flat stuff because it was just too sooty.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like my face was black.
Like
I had like
hat
I
line.
had like a line where the hat was like on my forehead just from it all. So
That's crazy. But like, they just don't make them like they used to, dude.
dude, it's I don't know what it is.
It's crazy.
It's a 2C, so it's like, you know, I think it's like a 1.8 or like a 2-liter diesel. Made 79 horsepower. Just runs.
It's amazing.
And yeah, I haven't
The
really.
engine's right there.
Yep, it's under all the seats. I haven't had to do much, thankfully. Like I said, I've refilled the AC, I adjusted the belt for the AC, like the little tensioner belt and everything. And then we did the new tires as soon as we got home. Because the tires were from 2001.
Oh yeah, I haven't
Which
really
we-
shown the tires.
Which we didn't even think about when we drove all the way across the country.
Tires are pretty critical.
We just rolled with it, and luckily we didn't have a blowout because the spare just doesn't even have a valve core in it, and I like stepped on it and the bead pops off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, but yeah, we made it home, and then I bought new tires. And,
These tires look sick.
yeah, it's like the only tires I can find in like a 14 are like the new General Grabber like ATXs.
They look really good on this.
I think they like kind of complete it.
Yeah.
They rub a little, so I need to like jack the torsion bar up in the front some, and I don't have any issues in the rear other than the axle,
Yeah.
that other side.
They're like
Bent.
comically small tires, but they fit.
Yeah, dude, they're so, like I have a tire in the garage up against a truck, and it's just like, almost doesn't even fill out like the rim and like the bottom of the tire.
Crazy. So on this side, one day I was driving, I think Steven's dad noticed it before me, but I was driving behind him and I saw the wheel kind of wiggling. Not like that, it was more like, but it was like a consistent
Wobble.
warbly, yeah.
Yeah. So I like started hunting it down, and I guess like 4 days ago, I was like, all right, it's gotta been axle. And spent the next 4 days calling everybody and their mama. Called like probably 15, 20 different Toyota dealerships because they told me they can only search like their small little area. I called like Yukon Gears, Nitro Gears. I called a bunch of shops around here. I called anybody you could think of. I called some people that said they can make custom axles, but I still kind of need to be able to drive, so I couldn't like take it apart, give them all their measurements, and throw it back together, and then wait for that to get done.
Yeah.
So I didn't really want to do that, and luckily found a junkyard in California that has like had one of these sitting just like rotting. Not a LiteAce, but a Toyota van, so like up to 89. And it's like 87 to 89 Toyota vans, the 4-wheel drives, like the undercarriage is the same as this one. I mean, that's the only thing that used a 5x5.5 lead pattern though.
Is a Toyota van for 2 years?
For, yeah, 87 to 89 basically.
Crazy.
Or 86 to 89, like Toyota just doesn't use this lead pattern anywhere. So it was like
It makes your life very
difficult.
Yeah. It's super, super cool though.
Yeah. And then like cranking this thing in, dude, so easy. Like you just kind of shove it back in there, and then I've kind of just like lean against it because it kind of takes the pressure off.
Yeah. You're not like putting all the force into the
Force
thing.
into the crank. You're kind of pushing it closed,
Yeah.
and like the crank's just like spinning the screw. Because it's super simple, you know, mechanism in there, which I'm kind of glad they did it this way instead of like putting like an electric motor in it or something where it's just like, oh yeah, it broke now.
That would be 100% broken.
100%.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh yeah, the slide doesn't work.
Very cool. And since it's got 4-wheel drive and high-low, you can go to some pretty sick camping spots.
Yeah, that's the hope is, you know, I know we're going on a trip pretty soon and gonna drive this up there and see how it performs and hope it does its thing and
Yep.
gets to where we're going.
How's the
bean.
how's the rust situation?
There is none.
Awesome.
Other than like a couple and like little bits of surface rust or anything like that up in like the drip pan area, but other than that, the undercarriage is super clean.
Yeah, that looks good.
We can turn all this stuff on now.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Whoa, it's in gear, dude.
LOL.
You want me to edit that out?
Nah, I can leave it. It doesn't have a neutral safety switch, as you can tell. You just, or like a clutch, the one where you have to have your foot on the clutch to start it.
Right.
You can just turn it over. But yeah, so now that everything's on, we can flip all these switches. This one's the exhaust fan. You can either blow it or suck air out. Has like a little flapper in there that like opens up to the back.
It's pretty cool.
And then there's some light switches. I think this is the one that the guy says the bulb's broken. But this light over here works.
Oh yeah, cool.
It's one of those switches. And then there's a shower light
Nice.
and, you know, like the water pumps and stuff.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And one of these is also like the door light. I think it's that one, right? Yeah.
So what
that
is
one,
it?
That one's like this little like door light. So when you like open the door, it lights up when the door's closed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that way you have some like lighting.
Phone's always blowing up, dude.
It always
And it's
will.
never about the money.
Never about the money. It's never about the money. So this is it. It's great. It's cool. I'm very, very stoked on it.
You'll be seeing more of this on our camping adventure.
Yes.
Hopefully you guys like it. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. In a couple weeks, we'll be ripping her up, doing some wheeling.
Like a beach mobile. So you're in 4-low and
This is just the crawl speed in 4-low.
I would think there was somebody behind us pushing.
Just goes. And then look, you can actually do this too, which is kind of cool. So.
Whoa. So you're adjusting the idle in real time?
Well, no, it's not. It's like a throttle cable like lockout. So you can like loosen it all the way and then like give it gas and then adjust. So like, and it'll like keep it held at that like RPM.
That's pretty cool. So like mechanical cruise control.
Yeah, except I don't know how well it would work.
It's not actually intended for cruising.
And then
So
there's-
cool.
See, like low's pretty slow.
Yeah, very. That's neat.
This is very neat. I like it quite a lot.
The 5 on the tree is just really unique.
It is, because like, you know, I hear a lot of people that are like, oh, I grew up driving a 3 on the tree. And that's like the go-to comment.
Yeah.
When people are like, oh, it's on the tree?
Yeah.
Is it a 3?
Nope. What'd you do?
Oh.
Wrong gear?
Oh, well. I went from 2 to 4. Like an idiot.